In today's video, we're diving into the world of Docker, a game changer in the realm of software deployment. Docker is a free, open-source tool designed to simplify the packaging of applications and their essential components into what we call containers. Think of Docker containers as mini computers inside your computer. They bundle everything an application needs to run, such as code, libraries, and settings. These containers are portable and can work consistently across different computers, making software development and management a breeze. Now, a common point of confusion is how Docker differs from traditional virtual machines. Let's break it down. 1. Efficiency. Virtual machines are heavyweight, requiring a hypervisor to run an entire operating system. Docker containers, on the other hand, are lightweight and share the host OS, making them resource-friendly. 2. Speed. Docker containers start up in seconds, while virtual machines can take several minutes to boot. Speed matters, especially for agile development and deployment. 3. Isolation. Virtual machines offer strong isolation by running separate OS instances. Docker containers, while not as isolated, provide sufficient isolation for most use cases while being more lightweight. 4. Portability. Docker containers are highly portable, ensuring that an app behaves consistently no matter where it's run. Virtual machines are bulkier and less portable. 5. Maintenance. Virtual machines come with higher maintenance overhead due to their complexity. Docker simplifies app management, reducing operational burdens. Docker offers several advantages to organizations. Consistency. Docker containers wrap up all dependencies, ensuring apps behave consistently across various environments from development to production. Resource savings. Docker's efficiency allows organizations to maximize hardware resources, leading to reduced infrastructure costs. Scalability. Docker's lightweight nature and rapid startup facilitate easy scaling of apps based on demand. Faster development. Developers can work in containerized environments, reducing work-some-my-machine issues and speeding up development cycles. DevOps harmony. Docker plays a central role in DevOps practices, enabling continuous integration and continuous deployment, CI/CD pipelines. Before we get hands-on with Docker, let's meet its central components. Docker Engine, the heart of Docker, comprising the Docker daemon and the command line interface, CLI. Docker images, templates for containers containing application code, dependencies, and the runtime environment. Docker containers, actual running instances of Docker images, isolated and sharing the host OS kernel. Docker Hub, your one-stop shop for Docker images, where you can find pre-built images or share your own. How to install and use Docker. Now, let's dive into the practical aspect of using Docker. Here's a comprehensive beginner's guide with useful commands and steps. Installation and verification. Go to Docker's website. Choose the version for your OS Windows, macOS, or Linux, and follow the installation instructions. Type Docker version in your terminal to ensure Docker is installed correctly. Running and managing containers. Pull an image from Docker Hub using Docker pull image name. Start a container with Docker run image name. Use the D flag to run it in the background and the T flag for interaction. You can also use name container name to name your container. To see running containers, use Docker PS. To stop a container, run Docker stop container name. For all containers, including stopped ones, use Docker PSA. To start a stopped container, use Docker start container name. Executing containers. Access an interactive shell inside a Docker container with Docker exec IT container name. To exit the container, simply type exit. Creating Docker files and building Docker images. Create a directory for your project, like mkdirsrc, and navigate to it. Create a Docker file with instructions for building your image, specifying the base image, copying files, and defining the command to run your application. Build the Docker image with Docker build t image name tag path to your Docker file directory. Run a container from the image with Docker run image name. Sharing your custom image on Docker Hub. Create a Docker Hub account. Click Create Repository. Choose a name, visibility, and description, and click Create. Log into your account with Docker Login, username. Tag your custom image with Docker tag name of your image. After that username and repository name. Push the image to Docker Hub with Docker push your username and repository name. Congratulations! Your image is now hosted on Docker Hub. In conclusion, Docker is a modern-day essential for developers and organizations alike. It simplifies everything from building and testing to deploying and scaling applications. By understanding Docker's core concepts and following these beginner-friendly steps, you're well on your way to harnessing the power of Docker in your development workflow.